How's it going, everybody? I guess we'll start. Let's just water it down in the New Living. Don't move around from home to home. Stay in one place, eating and drinking what they provide. Don't hesitate to accept hospitality because those who work deserve their pay. If you enter a town and it welcomes you, eat whatever is set before you, heal the sick, and tell them the kingdom of God is near you now. But if a town refuses to welcome you, go out into the streets and say, wipe the dust off your sandals from your town. Let's go ahead and read that in the King James. But into whatsoever city you enter, if you receive not, go your own way into the streets of that same, and say, even the dust of your city, which cleaveth on us, we do wipe off against you. Notwithstanding, be sure of this, that the kingdom of God is come nigh unto you. And I say unto you, that it shall be more tolerable in that day for Sodom than for that city. Woe unto thee, Chorazin! Woe unto thee, Bethsaida! For if the mighty works had been done in Tyre and Sidon, which have been done in you, they had a great while ago repented, sitting in sackcloth and ashes. What he's saying is they would have repented if we would have put in as much work there. I assure you, even Sodom and Egypt will be better off than such a town on Judgment Day. What sorrows await you, O Chorazin and Bethsaida? For if the miracles I did in you had been done in the wicked of Tyre and Sidon, their people would have repented of their sins long ago, clothing themselves in burlap and throwing ashes over their heads to show their remorse. Yes, Tyre and Sidon will be better off on Judgment Day than you, and you people of Capernaum will be honored in heaven. No, you will go down to the place of the dead. So a lot of symbolism in there. You know, a lot of things written in more of a abstract parabolistic sense and not literal. Sheep are born sheep. Sheep are born lost. All sheep get the call. Old Testament through the New Testament. And there's always been sheep on the earth, but there has been times where a large quantity, well, there's been times where the amount of the sheep were very narrow, like only 8 went into the ark, for instance. And so, excuse me, there are those times when there's very few. And when Jesus is saying, like, well, if those miracles would have been performed there, they would have repented. In other words, saying they would have been sheep. Well, Jesus knows that's not true, that sheep were ordained from before the foundation of all things. So what he's really saying is, in a more abstract way, is I've given you many miracles and you can't see. And so it's really just sarcasm, which Jesus is more than allowed to do. And again, this is his story. Jesus is God in the flesh. He can tell it the way he wants to, with the sarcasm he wants to say it, in the abstract parabolistic way that he wants to say it. Sheep understand the truth. And sheep get the call, and sheep are turned. Most all the earth today, most all of the sheep on the earth today are lost. 99.99999% of the sheep on the earth today are lost. That's what the Great Tribulation is for, which is coming upon the whole world soon enough, in God's time. And then these men assembled and found Daniel praying and making supplication before his God. Aha! So he broke the decree. To the lion's den he goes. They can't wait. Then they came near and spake before the king concerning the king's decree. Hast not thou signed a decree that every man that shall ask a petition of God, or any man, within 30 days, save of thee, O king? In other words, unless they ask you of a petition, or, give you praise. In other words, nobody but you gets any praise and glory and honor, or anything asked of in prayer and so forth. Save of thee, O king, shall be cast into the den of lions? The king answered and said, the thing is true according to the law of the Medes and the Persians, which altereth not. Then answered they and said before the king, that Daniel that you love, that Daniel which is of the children of the captivity of Judah, regardeth not you, O king, nor the decree that thou hast signed, but maketh his petition 3 times a day. Then the king, when he heard these words, was sore displeased with himself. And he set his heart on Daniel to deliver him, and he labored until the going down of the sun to deliver him. Then these men assembled unto the king and said unto the king, now, O king, that law of the Medes and the Persians, that no decree nor statute which the king established may be changed. Then the king commanded that they brought in Daniel and cast him into the den of lions. Now the king spake and said unto Daniel, thy God, whom thou servest continually, he will deliver you. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.